My prayers have been answered and Dopa's military service has been delayed. Therefore, he's been using his time wisely, of course, going for rank 1 on the Chinese Super server, while also going for rank 1 on the Korean server. He wants that dual rank 1 in Season 11. What's his most played champion recently? Twisted Fate, of course, his signature pick. In today's review, guys, we'll break down a perfect Twisted Fate game, how you guys can use this in your own gameplays to climb some divisions. Jumping onto the Rift now, guys, Dopa's rune page, it's an electrocute setup. This is very common when he versus short range matchups, things like Echo, things like Talon, things like Zed. He wants to go for as much upfront burst as possible and runs that Ignite. Okay, so harder matchups, let's think about things like a Syndra, like an Azir, like a Victor. You like to go for that unsealed spellbook with teleport early to try and just, you're not going to get a solo kill. It's a farm lane. You want to slowly TP back to lane, start taking over the game at level 6. But into these more spicier matchups like the Talon, like the Echo, like the Fizz even, you can play aggressive early and use your range advantage to try and hustle out some poke and look for those all-ins. Now remember, guys, Talon, do not F with this champion in the early game, okay? Level 2, level 3, he is going to try and solo kill you. I know it's easier said than done, but just do not die to this guy early. It's that simple. As the Lilia tries to wrap around, pretty good mid lane gank, honestly. Talon probably have got to blow his sums. Doesn't flash. Lilia picks up first blood. So this is what some of these junglers like Lilia like to do, okay? So she's done red wraiths, and then she'll rush to the enemy wraiths and steal them away. Huge XP advantage, and Dopa plays that perfectly. Lets the Talon shove into him, and Lilia wraps around. Now, if Dopa was hard shoving this lane, that kill is definitely not possible. So you can see why he let it try and shove into him to play towards that advantage. Also take note, Corrupting Potion is his starter into this matchup. I like Doran's and lower elos. Like, the Corrupting Potion is great in these higher elo matchups against, like, he's versing mostly like Talon 1 tricks or whatever, like the matchup. But in lower elos, man, Doran's, it's fine, guys. It's going to help out with some of your sustain, and your CSing as well is going to help a lot. But let's see how Dopa can deal with this wave. Gets his vision out level 3. Then you don't necessarily need to base here. Dopa looking to dodge out on the rake. Talon, all of his cooldowns are down, okay? Too many people I see here, okay? Talon goes for that trade and then they back all the way up. Do you realize Talon has literally nothing and you have the range advantage for the next like 10 seconds? Please try and utilize that. Try and harass him out. Dopa has flash and ignite still up. Honestly, you can get solo kills here. I'm not gonna lie. Gotta try and land that gold card and then just harass with the ignite and the stack deck of your E. As the Karthus now looks for the mid gank. Beautiful flash, just waits that out. And then, looks like mid lane it's a 2v2. Especially in the higher elos, guys. Minion demons, guys, we know where to put them, right? Backline minions. This will allow him to get 2-shot backlines at level 5. And also at level 9, you can one-shot the backline minion wave. And it looks like a bloody ARAM in the mid lane. Secures the cannon. Really nice guy. Gets that gold card onto the crab to try and get rid of the shield. And he'll hit a base now. Let's see what he buys. Is he just rushing Sorks? Insta-rush Sorks. This is interesting. I have never seen him insta-rush Sorks before in my life. Usually here, you'd go like a Seekers. Maybe Lucidity Boots, but he goes Sorks here, which is telling me, look, he wants to play aggressive and take over the game. He rarely goes Sorks. That's super interesting to see. But hey, nothing wrong with some Sork Boots if you want some extra pen. And level 5, watch this backline shove. Dopa talks about this a lot. Do you see those backline minions, guys? So you 2Q this wave, and you just take out those minions there, and it is so easy to get the priority. Now, usually, guys, if you haven't backed before, at level 5, you do that clear, you back, you come back to lane, your first wave, you're level 6, you're full mana, and you go look for the ports onto the side lane, okay? But in this instance, he hard shoves and just roams up, just walks up top lane onto the Singe. Gold card. Holding the ignite, perfect hold, grabs the first kill for himself of the game, and he'll try and zone out the Talon, who will try and look to get onto the Jace. Dopa may not be the most mechanical player you'll ever see, or the most, like, I would say, yeah, like, he's not that highly mechanical. He's just very smart and methodic about how he plays the game. He knows, like, he plays specific champions over and over again, and he gets into really good habits where he knows exactly what to do on every instance and every scenario. Like, he knows how to play. So obviously that level 5 with the 2 shove Qs, like, he knows to move up to the top lane, gets to play. And now he gets his Darksteel, which I really like at level 6. Probably, it's going to be very hard for him to stuff this game up. You have level 6 now to counteract the Talon roams. And when I play into Talons, I just sit mid, right? And I farm up a Storm. Every time the Talon goes for a roam, I'm just hard shoving mid. I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, bro, you go for that roam. If you want to go for it, I'll just port across. If not, I'll just farm up. It really puts Talon in a bad spot. I actually really like this matchup for Twisted Fate. Nice bloody trade by Dopa. Brings him to half health. Talon level 6 now. Now, the one thing about Twisted Fate at the moment, guys, because you don't have Roa, is that you need to manage your mana. Like, you need to be thinking about the mana. So the ult's in here. Gets his gold card before he comes in. Beautiful tanking by the Jace. Now, do you see how he rotates his cards before he's there? When you are, guys, start the rotation, okay? And as you're coming in, you should have a gold card ready. You shouldn't land and then you press W and start looking for the gold. Your gold should be there when you get there, okay? It's very important. It's going to lead to so many, like, just take your time to get that gold. I guess it's pretty basic, but I see too many people stuffing that up. As we have 5 zip and absolutely dominating this game so far. Talon picks up the first kill of the enemy team. Now, he has a lot of movement speed from these Sorks early, so he should be able to track somebody down here. Oh, godlike Thresh Hook. Looking for the Ignite. Ignite auto, and we'll grab that kill for ourselves. Lilia's looking for it. I'm just trying to think if Ophelia should have roamed mid here. Probably not. The mid wave's hard shoved. Dopa will look for the base here. Maybe look for the Hex Tech Revolver. No? Seekers? What are we going? We're going for the Hex Tech. Very aggressive game here. And we're going to be going for that Rocketbelt, of course, guys, on Twisted Fate. Rocketbelt actually got a slight nerf, unfortunately, this patch, where the movement speed's a little bit less, but it still seems to be a better item than the Night Harvester. And there's not many other item builds to go. I've seen players like Showmaker start going tier on Twisted Fate, just because of these, you have so much less mana now that they kind of struggle. But I haven't really seen Dopa go tier very often on Twisted Fate. Obviously, he knows how to manage his mana a lot better than most. Blue buff's about to spawn. He'll shove mid, move across. Nice solid kill. Ultimate in 50 seconds for Twisted Fate. I definitely prefer this Electrocute Ignite setup for people below Masters, guys. I think it's a really basic setup, and people underestimate TF damage. You have kill pressure a lot of the times in lane. People don't realize it. They play TF too far back with like Teleport, Unsealed Spellbook, or like Comet or something. You can play aggro as you can play so aggro on Twisted Fate. Especially when you get a lead like this, as we are 90 CS at 9 minutes. Dopa will try and zone the Talon out. Has his stack deck. He wants a Q. Yeah, do you see what I mean? Like, you have so much damage into this matchup. As Dopa doesn't want to allow Talon any breathing room. Singed. What are you doing here, buddy? Ultimate is up. He's pinging bot side. Ult. Has the card ready. Q. Sorry, he doesn't even have the Q. Now he has the Q. Just enough mana to make that play. I actually panicked for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. You have no mana for Q, but he just gets that out. And he'll hit the base up now. I really like this Mejai's purchase. How does everyone feel about the Mejai's here? I think Mejai's at the moment is a very strong item, one of the strongest in the games, of course. You have Flash, you have Ignite, and the game pace is going very well for you. I don't see what's wrong with this build. I think it's very high probability that your Mejai is going 10 plus stacks. It's going to become very gold efficient, especially when you complete your first mythic. You get that insta penetration. And this actually makes a lot of sense because now the Sork shoes, of course, when you get the double pen from Sorks and you get it from the Rocketbelt and the mythic passive, it actually adds up to becoming very gold efficient. I like it. Like it a lot. And we should be able to snowball this game. Open up the mid lane tower. Ultimate's up 1 minute 30 seconds. Level 9 now. We should see how those backlines are getting one shot. A lot of the time, guys, if you don't run the minion demons on the backline minion wave, you don't get that one shot and you got to kind of stay around in lane for too long. It's really awkward. As Dopa just feeding it to that Talon. You could flash W gold card here if you wanted. I don't know if you want to do it because you've got your your Mejais, and I'm not sure if you want to risk having no flash after all-inning. He was definitely looking for it though. You see how this mana is so hard to sustain these days? That's why tier sometimes, guys, I actually don't mind it. Especially in lower elos where your junglers don't give you blues. Like, they just don't seem to care about you in lower elos. It's not very nice. No cleanse on the Philios still, right? Oh, that was a nice Q. Jace comes through with that big boy shock blast. Gets the double kill for himself. And you don't need to rush whenever I play Twisted Fate, you need to be very calm and relaxed, guys. You don't want to be panicking, trying to overforce things. Just take your time. The kills, the opportunities will come. Just make sure you're farming well coming into your items, okay? Too many people take just unnecessary risks on Twisted Fate and they just end up getting too far behind when if they just farmed better and they just chilled, the kills would come to them. They'd be so much bigger. Are we gonna die to Singed Poison? I'm scared. Got a juke on the Karthus Q's. Got a juke. Oh, and he drops down to the Karthus. 1 stack on that soulstealer. And the enemy team comes back into the game. Honestly, it's fine. He has Ignite, he has Ultimate, he has his Rocketbelt powered spike now. It's more than likely he comes out of base and gets a kill or two for himself and starts stacking it back up. Remember, 7 stacks on Mejai's is when it becomes gold efficient. So I think it might even be 6 now because of the mythic passive. So the item is still great. I'm sure Dopa's not panicking. Lichbane, usually the second item you're going for on the Twisted Fate. One super underrated item, it's not even underrated, everyone knows about it, is Rapid Firecannon Twisted Fate. In low elo, especially in regions like NA, where when it comes to 15 to 20 minutes, everyone just groups mid. From then on, if you get your rapid fire second or third, you have a very long range spike for the ARAM. People group and you literally just you rapid fire cannon gold card and they're dead. You make a pick and objective. It's so simple actually. I definitely recommend if you haven't tried it to give it a go. Hello Talon. See that movement speed burst. Twisted Fate picks up the kill onto the Talon, and we are back to 11 stacks, and that's what I was talking about. Beautiful Mejai's. We'll hit a base in now. 1300 gold. I really like it. Dropping into a 1-3-1 into the side lane, nothing wrong with that. Lichbane will be the second. Moving bot. Oh, good hook. Insta Ali ult. Ali ult works as a cleanse, guys. You can get rid of things like Twisted Fate, Gold Card Stun, Thresh Hook, things like that when playing Ali. Dopa's been playing a lot on the career at the moment. He's been playing with Kanavi, if you know who that jungler is, as he picks up the kill onto the Philios. Give him 2, grabs the double for himself. 19 stacks at 15 minutes. It's looking very good. He's been doing with Kanavi a lot. Him and Kanavi are good friends. They've played for a long time. In season 8, I actually versed Dopa and Kanavi duo. Sadly enough, I got stomped in about 10 minutes, but they've been good friends. They've been playing for a while, man. God, I would have loved to, in an alternate universe where Dopa went pro and had these type of jungler setups. Imagine Dopa went pro and Faker was the dark horse that never was allowed to play. Sorry, I'm just playing through scenarios in my head. Just dreaming up, you know how it is. Ultimate's up in 40 seconds. When you're playing TF, ping your ultimate. It's super basic. I do this all the time. I type, if you type, just type to your teammates, TFR 60 seconds, wait. And then just spam ping your R cooldown. People forget. People are very forgetful, especially in low elos. They just don't think. They don't use their brain. So you spam pinging that cooldown, that timer, is going to help them out tremendously. Definitely recommend it. Who the heck is this? Alistar? He's going to move down, grab the Scuttle Crab, move into the bot side, split pushing, 101, get vision first. He doesn't get the Scuttle Crab. He ain't got no time for that. Maybe he'll shove 2 waves then grab it? Interesting. Move in, move in, move in. He wants to ult behind. He pops his ultimate. Aphelios is on his own. He's going for the Karthus though. That was very smart. Aphelios has cleanse, so it's always going to be a little bit harder. 25 stacks now, and we are maxed out on this goddamn Mejai's, and that's exactly what you need. At 17 minutes, we'll get a Lich Bane back in the base. And I did a poll on my YouTube the other day, guys. I don't know if you saw it. I said, who is your favorite player for me to review? I put the Chinese Kiana. I put Dopa. Who else did I put? Z99. I put Mango Fish. One person I missed out on is Zhao Lai Ban, that rank 1 Echo player. Is there anyone else I'm missing out on in that list? It was completely stacked. Dopa came out ahead, and that is one of the reasons I'm doing today's review. Everyone loves to watch Dopa play the game. Get as many Dopa reviews as I can before he inevitably... Like, he's been talking about this military and, like, retiring for a while, so... I don't know, man. It just feels historic. Looking back in... Is it weird that, like, I'm thinking, like, looking back when I'm, like, in 20 years or something, I'm like, I reviewed this guy that was one of the greatest players ever? Maybe. Maybe I like League of Legends too much. As we are cleaning up this team fight. 9-1-10, looking really good. Still Rift Herald, only 18 minutes. This is Chinese Super Server, so the games are very high paced. One thing you'll notice between China and Korea is that their solo queue is completely different. Even like, I mean, the competitive play is different as well, but like their solo queue is way different. In a really high elo Korea, sometimes you get super slow paced games, just like in the LCK. But in China on the Super Server, it just seems very fast paced. I can't wait to play. I've got the approval to, like, I can go and travel and play and get the account and whatnot, but I just can't. It's just kind of really risky for me to go at the moment, just with like Corona and stuff and getting stuck in places. I'm just kind of waiting it out and chilling. Gonna keep practicing, is trying to go there with my best form. Okay, looking for the one-shot gold card. Oh my god, what a good pick onto the Aphelios. He knows the Aphelios burnt cleanse, right? Gold card before that. Nice. Grabs that up for himself. He knows the Aphelios had no cleanse, so great target selection there. He knew he could one-shot him. Go back to the base. Now, do you see how he keeps the corrupting potion? A lot of people... And I still do this. I will sell my corrupting for a needlessly large rod for some ability power. But Dopa, he just holds on to these items. Even if it's like a Doran's ring, he'll hold on to it. I don't know on the efficiency of it. I guess he just likes the corrupting for the movement speed. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Just not sure. But it's one thing I noticed that Dopa always does. He doesn't sell those items. He likes those full item buys. As Deathcap would be very good this game. When you go for the rapid fire cannon, guys, and you don't have like 25 stacks Mejai's, death cap is not very good because death cap's value comes from amplifying ability power. So when you have a low ability power build with like rapid fire cannon, usually something like a void staff usually will get you a lot. It will give you a lot extra, more damage than the death cap at an earlier spike, and more efficiency out of it as well. Gonna clear out these Krugs. We have enough gold for an outright void staff, or we could upgrade to the hourglass. Dopa doesn't really like to use upgrade, it's not really efficient to upgrade hourglass, guys, when you haven't used the stopwatch passive, because you can stopwatch, right? Have broken stopwatch and then instantly upgrade to the hourglass, and you have that active ready to go again. So it's not really the greatest of options to kind of upgrade it, but we'll see what Dopa does here. He goes straight for the hourglass, sells the corrupting for needlessly large, yes. He's going for the rapid fire with the hourglass. Interesting. I don't know, man. I guess the rapid fire, he wants to try and pick off the longer range champions like the Aphelios and the Karthus in the backlines. I would have loved to see a death cap though. Look for those one shots. Gonna ult across onto the Singe. Gold card comes out into the Rocketbelt. Bursts him down. This Jace is actually doing very well. I mean, it's pretty easy. Dopa did give like 2 to 3 early ults to his lane. Moving in. You kind of want to get mid inhib and then switch out to the bot side with that wave. But let's see if they can win an ARAM. I definitely agree that this rapid fire cannon is a lot better. If you think about rapid fire cannon with a Thresh, Jace, Kai'Sa, you should be able to gold card and then long range one shot. I don't see why not. Thresh follow up. We'll grab the Nash while the Jace is over in the Dragon Pit. Should be able to close the game out on the next shove for sure, right? Ooh, Talon, he's hunting. What's rapid fire buy here? Is it 1500? Oh no. 1450, okay, perfect. I thought there maybe missing the cannon would cost him, but he'll get the rapid fire now and he'll be full build, guys. And this is going to be very disgusting. The range advantage you have on these champs, they're not able to move up and play the game. It's very basic. Pretty much just look for ARAMs as soon as you hit this. Run down mid, and somebody will try and answer the wave, and you'll just pick somebody. It's super easy. Karthus into the side lane by himself. Gold card. He'll use this rapid fire. Boom. Oh, good hourglass from the Karthus. One more auto for the stack deck. Okay. That's pretty disgusting. Karthus ult comes through. Not gonna do. The Talon kills the Jace. Not bad. Enemy team's not giving up. And he'll hard shove through topside, I guess. Okay. And these TF picks, guys, always be, when you get these snowballs, don't underestimate your damage. You can one-shot squishy members, and you should be looking for it. This Aphelios moves up. Dopa will try and one-shot him. Problem is, maybe has cleanse, and here comes the enemy team. Has to flash. Rocketbelt is available. You want to Q and then gold card. Yep. And this Talon will keep on chasing. Let's see how we go. Nope. Talon's going to leg it. Dopa going to head back to the base. Should be able to get an elixir here. Why does he not buy an elixir? Does he want to sell boots? For a death cap? Not sure, man. I definitely think Elixir here, guys. Let's be honest, everyone makes mistakes. I think Elixir here would be bloody perfect. Gonna help you close out on those towers, give you a little bit of the oomph to close the game out. Ultimate up in 10 seconds. Gotta be careful on this side lane, by the way. This Talon is still hunting. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. And you gotta pop the Ignite there. Weave those autos in. Ultimate is up. He's gonna go deep onto the Singe now. Let's go for it. I think you got enough. Yep, gold card. Gotta weave those autos. He still has his Hourglass, remember. Okay, he's gonna bail on that. Lilia's on the flank behind. Watch the range on the rapid fire. Oh, good flash by the Singe later.
완전 붙어 있을 거예요. 그럼 잡았는데. 괜히 피 관리한답시고.
Bloody cannons. That is disgusting. If he had Elixir, that was a one-shot, by the way. I love Rocketbelt Rapid Fire Engage. It's so strong. The movement speed you get, you just gap close anybody. The range is too much. Dopa's still going for resources. He's gonna try and swap out a buy somewhere. Nice. Later. Well done, Thresh. Thank you for that. Look at his chat, just going absolutely mad. Ultimate is available. Top and middle inhib are down. What do you do, guys? You just group on the bot side inhib. You slowly shove it in. Once you get all three inhibitors, there's triple. Once you get all the inhibitors down, you get double supers in every lane. And once you've got that, it's just literally impossible to stop the shove. As the ultimate comes through, gold card locked. Hello, Aphelios. Goodbye, Aphelios. As we're going to try and run this game through and finally end. It's a 28-minute game. Bit of a stomp, but it took them a while to kind of end this game. Hourglass comes out. That's why you run it into the Karthus, into the Talon. And they should honestly just go straight down mid. Let's end this bad boy. 4 people are dead. God, I love TF damage on towers, man. Definitely going to play some TF on streams tonight. And we're going to close this game out, boys. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this VOD. I always love doing Dopa reviews, guys. It's always fun. I always learn something new. And until next time, I catch us all later, right? Peace.